Hey, welcome to a weekly dose of chaos. This is episode 13 out of season 1. Here with all the boys today, including Tony, Rico, and Justin. And we're going to give a start off to our podcast with a good big fucking hand to our newest member, Isaac. He became an official member after earlier this week's podcast. So we're excited to have him aboard the team. Thanks for joining us, man.
Yeah, appreciate
Excited to be a part of it.
So, starting off today, we got some news from Nintendo. Apparently, Nintendo is taking better steps to protect their staff from customer harassment. What this means is that Nintendo, over the last few months, has been undergoing multiple harassment lawsuits involving the companies that also have been taking part in some of Nintendo's games. Just because that their customer service and repair center is getting so many calls or emails or anything, and a lot of them are becoming excessively threatening and other things and making a hostile work environment for their employees.
Wow.
So they updated their terms and conditions concerning the harassment and customer service repair people. It was reported in April that contract workers from Nintendo of America filed a report believing they were being taken advantage of as their part-time employees, consisting of labor complaints, interfering with their attempts to unionize, and constant customer threats.
Oh man, that's horrible.
Yeah, that's pretty fun.
But at least they're strict, not letting things go through.
Well, I feel like that's kind of a messed up part for Nintendo to not let their employees unionize. Like, you're such a big company as it is. I don't feel like unionizing would really jeopardize your fate and how you stand in the world as being as big as you are. But at the same time, I can understand it'll cause some lawsuit complications, and them letting people go and everything else would make it more complicated for them. But at that point, it's the same people that have worked for the company for many years. They at least deserve that much, is to have something to call their own. And being open as long as they have, I figured Nintendo would be more mature to the situation, but evidently not. But it's good that they're at least trying to protect their employees now, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, no one should have to go home with the thought of someone that online telling you that, yeah, I know where you live, blah, 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 I'm going to kill you if you don't fix my Nintendo Switch. Right, excessive.
Yeah.
It depends on all the companies that are in the town, because they have a lot of companies. It depends on which ones are getting all those, because there's different companies doing different games.
Well, there's been a lot of lawsuits
Yeah, there is, but it's like they win all the time, but people still get away with some stuff.
Yeah, this one time, like I had an experience with PlayStation where I just got these random messages sometimes, and it talked about like joining some type of like afterlife or some chop shit like that. And
what the
like,
fuck?
Yeah, like a suicide call or some shit. I think I actually have like the photos I could show you guys, but yeah, it was pretty weird, and I got those straight for like a month. And I was just like, what the hell is this shit?
I said join. Yeah. Look how much fun we're having.
Is it that movie that the game came live, and if you died in the game, you died in real life? What was that name?
What's that name? Play Dead or something like that?
Yeah, I think so.
I think.
It seems like that. Push the button, you're screwed.
Yeah, I just blocked them every time, but of course I got another one after that. So
Yeah.
Well, Nintendo's new policy is to refrain from engaging in action that goes beyond socially accepted norms. That's how they exactly worded it.
What do you mean by norms?
Norms meaning like their actions. If they're not socially acceptable, don't do them. Their examples were intimidation, insults, and breach of privacy. Apparently, a lot of the people had gotten fed up with waiting for their repairs or certain things to come out for Nintendo and started hacking it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, they always do.
I mean, spoiler
They
for the
gotta
rest
be
of
careful for it, because when Nintendo comes out, it's usually good, so they need to be more patient, man.
Well, unlike how I feel that Rockstar handled their situation with GTA, Nintendo is deadly serious because this has been an ongoing problem since the
Yes.
Switch came out.
Yeah. Until you can get online and stuff, and that was messed up. When they went to discs and stuff, they I don't know. They get worse, and the internet starts getting worse because they can hack the stuff and they release it, and then it just keeps. Oh, you need one person to say something, and it spreads like Wi-Fi.
Nintendo's offered punishments have been refusal of repair or police or government action. So they're threatening lawsuit and everything else and planning to have these people arrested if they do step outside those boundaries. How serious are they about it, though, is really what it comes down to, especially when supporting their community and also having to deal with the developers and all the repair people as well.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Like, honestly, if you're Nintendo right now, I'd definitely be taking it more serious because people are generally pointing more fingers at Nintendo than ever trying to sue them for any possible reason they can.
They're not gonna get away with it because
Nintendo
too wins most of their. They'll sue
you.
you for anything you say.
Yeah.
Because look online, all the YouTubers when they got Nintendo, no one wants to be their sponsor because if you say something wrong, like you do like Let's Plays and you mess around with the game, and they frown upon that, and they could freeze your whole the whole game.
Yeah.
And you won't be able to do anything.
The thing about Nintendo though is they're an all original company.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that they have in their arsenal as of right now for the majority of their games is created through them. And they're an empire and they know that.
Yeah.
So for you to tamper with original content for them, that's upsetting to them because they've done this for the last 60 to 70 years of just developing games that were originally created by them, and for someone to mess with that now it gets them upset because it shouldn't have to be that way. It's like we talked about this with Rockstar. They were pissed when that GTA 6 footage got leaked because that's never happened to them ever. They've never had that kind of issue with something that big. It was a decade in the development, and everything that got released set them back because they were pissed off that now the element of surprise of the game is gone when it comes out.
With Nintendo, they always got leakers in their company that leak stuff, and they can't find the person that's doing it because they did it with Pokemon now. Because now it's supposed to come out next month, but everyone knows what's going on with the game before it even came out. They started already around June, and before that already, they already leaked the whole game already before it even released the next month.
Yeah. They didn't give it a chance for other people to try it.
Right.
No. It's like they don't. There's like maybe 3 of them out there. They found these people must work for the company because how would someone get that without getting the copies?
You gotta be an asshole for that.
Well,
Because it had to be someone in their company.
Well, it's like exactly with the lapsus stuff that we put out there is, that group was looking to hire people from the inside. That's the only way they had access to it, is just having higher up employees' passwords and being able to view that, or developer passwords.
It had to be because.
And then everything they got into was leaked. They just logged right in and got everything they needed.
Right.
Yeah.
Just downloaded it all and was
I'm
able to
still
do
excited
it.
for it, but because I haven't played the game, but everyone's saying these rumors, but we don't know in the rumors until they release it. And Nintendo's not releasing anything else much anymore. And when a trailer comes out, everyone gets kind of upset because sometimes it's not what they're looking for. Because everyone knows what's going to happen, and they're looking forward to this.
Yeah, no, it's very disappointing, but I'm glad they're at least getting the situation under control, at least for their employees. They're probably not going to stop seeing people breaking into their network or stealing things from their servers anytime soon.
Yeah.
It's just, that's how the world is now. People want to ruin things for everybody as far as gaming. It's definitely not like it used to be where we all talked about this, where you wouldn't know what the hell the game looked like until you popped the disc in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Like when PlayStation 2 games got released, you had no idea what you were looking at until you actually got it. Or if you saw the ad on TV or some shit like that, you'd see part of it. But back then, like, the only way you got to see anything was pretty much YouTube to rewatch it.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time that was it, you might as well have just gotten the fucking game and tried to play it yourself.
For real.
But moving on, we also have Microsoft making its own mobile gaming store right now. It's reported to be an attempt again to convince Activision to join Microsoft completely. So they are getting more and more desperate with their polls to try and get Activision.
They're smart too.
Yeah, I mean they're really pulling out the stops. Everything from the website now to this, and then like putting all their stats on there and really fighting PlayStation to try and keep that title under wraps. You know, they even went as far at one point as saying Call of Duty sucks enough that PlayStation will survive without it. I was like, wow, Nintendo should get in this battle because, like, at this point, they're all in it.
Right.
They're like, fuck you guys, we want Activision.
Right.
But
That'd be interesting.
But I can understand why it's such a big battle because if you get Activision, you get Call of Duty, right?
Yeah.
But it's not just Call of Duty that comes with Activision. It's Blizzard because Blizzard's under Activision's control, like we talked about. So that means World of Warcraft, Overwatch, everything goes right under Microsoft's control.
And what if Nintendo continues and they win? Out of nowhere. And all these people are trying so hard, and Nintendo just comes down and swoops it up.
They said we're family friendly.
And this is for our other fans.
But it's all comes down to whether Activision decides to sell any of these companies anyway, or goes a totally different route. But Microsoft put $78 billion on the table to try to get this to land.
Yeah.
But their main purpose for starting this new mobile gaming platform, apparently, is to show Activision that they can host Call of Duty Mobile and all the other games that Activision holds key on their mobile platform, so they won't lose a single bit of business, that they can handle every aspect of it, no matter what that gets thrown at them from inheriting Activision and Blizzard and all that. So it's kind of interesting to see how that goes. As far as that, it said the app would rival the Google Play Store and Apple Play Store for as far as the gaming industry. That's what their goal is out of starting this. So their plan is to like face all the little mobile gaming platforms that are on Google and Apple to see if they can compete. Which, honestly, that's a dangerous game to play because that's almost seeking failure in my mind. I mean,
nobody really goes on a phone to play the game.
No.
So.
No, like if you're gonna play Call of Duty Mobile, obviously you're not gonna be sitting there all fucking day on your phone playing Call of Duty Mobile. You're just gonna go home, hop on your PlayStation, Xbox, or whatever the fuck you got, and play Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Like old school.
The only thing with the phone because then you do competitions.
Speaking of Call of Duty, I sorry to interrupt or any of that.
Oh no, you're good.
I need Did you know? And I forgot which state it is. There actually is either paintball, airsoft arena that you can take place in the famous Call of Duty Fight Club areas or shooting arenas of their games. You can choose and you can battle each other in those, like the real Call of Duty would be.
Oh, with paint shooting, right?
Yeah.
He said, no, here's a real AR-15. Be prepared to shoot your fucking friend in the head to live.
It's wild.
He said, real life gulag, fight to the death now.
No.
If you got real beef, that's how you take it. Fuck it. He said, there you go, fight.
That's how you know he's just done with you.
Grenade. They give you a grenade and a flashbang, and then here you go, here's a fucking pistol.
Just figure it out.
Figure it out. Damn.
Don't worry, you guys are going to be good friends at the end of this.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. Microsoft's plan to launch into the mobile gaming market with many mobile titles overlooked already that Microsoft owns, even the Candy Crush saga.
Oh, wow.
Because if you didn't know, Microsoft also bought out the mobile gaming company King a while back as a component in control of Activision. So they already own part of it. So they want just the whole thing now.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this app will allow you to scale the Xbox store to mobile. So this means that any game you could play on an Xbox, you would be able to play therefore on your phone. Including hooking up a controller to your phone to be able to even play it with a Bluetooth linked tracker piece.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's scary for the people, the gaming industry. They're taking over everything.
Well, like I said,
They're the rulers of the world.
everybody's moving to that platform where they're ready to just
But
give up on
making
this
they're
era
making
of
the second.
console.
They're making the second attempt to it.
Plus, PC, to be honest, in all fairness to all consoles, has always been dominant, like in the gaming community.
Yeah, you can't
Anything.
compete.
Look at this
Honestly, like it's just there's so much availability and backwards compatibility with emulators that you can download and everything else. Why not? You know.
Yeah.
And it's you don't have to stick one version of the console. With now PlayStation releasing their mobile thing, and then Xbox has their mobile platform. You're gonna be able to get all that on one thing now. There's no point in debating whether you could buy an Xbox or a PlayStation. Now you can buy a PC and just have all of it. Like,
The expensive PC.
but you're gonna have so many options. Like, you're gonna have PlayStation's great arsenal of single player games.
That's like a $3,000 console or more. Then
You're gonna have a lot of fucking subscriptions. Is more like it.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to have Steam, Epic Games, fucking Xbox, and PlayStation all downloaded on one PC.
Wow.
I'm ready though. I'm ready to see what it would look like because it does really sound interesting.
Yeah, I mean, and being able to game anywhere now, and that to cross over no matter what you play on, it's like as far as PC or an actual Xbox itself. That's intense.
Yeah, the fun of that tells it first.
Mm-hmm.
They did not. That's the whole thing that our systems can't say. They weren't the first.
They're kind of getting into my freaking dream game of eventually things being controlled by computers and everyone's just doing what they're designed to do.
I feel like VR came a little before its time, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, PlayStation's got that in the works, like we
but
talked about too,
wait,
though.
you'd be on a whole bodysuit next with the helmet.
I just want a simulator where you step into it and
He
it's
said
like
Xbox and PlayStation would be like step into the pod and go to sleep. Now you can play the video game for real, like Avatar.
Oh,
I would like
It's just- oh my God.
yeah, and say you're running and then the whole thing is surrounded by a big box. So you're whatever surrounding you're in, you're using it. You know, so you're running. You ain't running. You're running in place, but in the thing you're moving
You
forward.
know how
like you're
fucked up that would be if you're playing Ark Survival and you're fucking in a pod and you're actually in the shit. You see a T-Rex. What the fuck?
It's like they're turning it into that at some point. Is what I'm saying.
It's going
to end up being like that in the future. I don't know where, but we don't know.
I mean, it slowly is already.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that? We're all in fucking cryopods and we're playing Ark Survival and like we're as a group on that island. You know how fucked up that is.
He said,
We gotta go get
3000.
that relic down there. Nope.
He
I'm
said
not
it's-
diving in the ocean. I know what's down there. Fuck that.
Oh.
Yeah, when you die, you
He
actually
said
feel like
instead
you're
of
dying.
instead of that song "Bend to the Year 3000," instead of underwater, it's everything's under control by computer.
I mean, it would be kind of badass though.
Yeah, well, everywhere we go.
Maybe not
everything-
Call of Duty. I feel like that's gonna hurt.
I don't feel like I'm gonna want to purposely buy an old car.
No, I think Call of Duty would be kind of dope though.
It
That'd
would
be dope, but
I'm not
but-
driving an
zombies.
electronic car. That's
Oh
all I know.
fuck!
Yeah.
It's like the
what-
old, the old one maps and shit, but Town 2 or Transit.
but Call of
Could you
Duty-
imagine being in an Origin style, fucking metaverse type style? That's
Oh,
so
God.
fucked up.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Imagine in
Or
Call of
Left
Duty.
4 Dead.
Yeah.
Which one? The both or one?
Both of them.
Which one's a witch? What was that?
It'd be like playing through the entire story of both right now.
Yeah. Think about them if you had the Call of
Wait,
Duty.
Siege
You
goes,
had those metal
Lights
vests
is
on, and
on.
when they shoot you, you could feel it.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
Like if you were in a metaverse though and you got pinned by a hunter from Left 4 Dead and you can't fight off of him, you have to rely on somebody else to get him off you. That's fucked.
Oh, you just like, fuck.
I mean, that'd be insane though, for sure. But I'm looking to see what they have brewing for that. And then the last thing on my agenda for segment 1, is DC and Warner Bros. DC confirms a Flash movie is still in the works, as well as another Aquaman movie after the last time it was announced. A Shazam 2 and the host of TV shows have been also planned for release. As far as Shazam Fury of the Gods, supposed to be releasing March 17th of 2022. So we'll see our second Shazam movie.
Yeah.
The Flash movie to be released in June of 23. And Blue Beetle in August of 2023. And then Aquaman and his new movie on December 25th of 2023. Rico and I also discovered that there's also going to be a Joker 2 movie that comes out October 4th of 2024.
I've been waiting for that. They were talking about making it. They just didn't know how. So, and didn't know how Juan Phoenix would take over, because usually the Jokers are like, hell no after that.
Yeah.
But he's with it. He's the only guy that can manage playing the Joker and not be. He can go back to his life.
Other than
But I mean, that's gonna be pretty fun. He was a good fucking Joker though.
Yeah.
him and Heath Ledger.
Him and Heath Ledger putting himself in the refrigerator with his underwear on. he opens the door, pulls everything out, and that's not even scripted. He just does that for real to get in that mindset of this Joker guy, and sits in that fridge and freezes like, dog. He's playing the part for real. He's not no Oscar winner for nothing.
But
No, that shit was
in other
good,
words,
though.
with the Joker, Rico, did you find out that who's playing Harley Quinn in it?
Yeah, actually, Margaret Robbie is definitely happy about it. Lady Gaga is gonna play her. So we're get to see how she's good with makeup. So I get to see. I don't know if I've ever seen her act, so I don't know.
But
She did. She was in American Horror Story.
yeah, and she sings
And
all that
Gucci
stuff
wasn't
in the
she?
costume.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe.
Yeah, but it's probably only a little girl that can pull off Harley Quinn.
Yeah, I
Other
mean, Margaret
than-
Robbie approves. So like, Lady Gaga must have definitely did good
I
then.
mean, she has some dark shit. Lady
No,
Gaga,
she's
so-
into.
Yeah, she'll be
does it.
perfect.
Yeah, she's perfect. It's like bringing in someone else like Lizzie Lohan or something, or a stupid thing to be Harley Quinn. At least they got it right.
No, I think Amber Heard should be it.
No.
Just gonna shit on his pillow. Yeah, you like that?
Don't forget to step on the beat.
All right. So other projects they said they were working on. So Wonder Woman 3 is in development.
Oh shit.
Okay.
So I'm not even gonna lie. I love Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman.
Is she returning back to it?
Yeah. So Gal Gadot is gonna continue to carry
She is
the
the-
role of Wonder Woman.
Yeah, she's the
She's
perfect
like
role for-
DC's bread and butter right now,
Yeah.
honestly. That's what she is, because they have nothing else going for them. Like, really, she's what holds that fucking company on her back right now, so...
She's the real world of Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Well, that and Jason Momoa and Aquaman,
Yeah.
that's really their bread and butter right now.
Yeah.
That's the only thing they can keep consistent and keep the same actor for. Man of Steel 2 is also in development, which I'm excited for because the last one was badass. So it's good to see that they're going to actually pull from a good series. Now that Warner Bros. Has actually joined with DC and they've partnered up, now we're going to be able to see everything DC really has to offer. And I feel like the Man of Steel movie was such a great movie when it actually come out that this might actually revive something in the DC series.
Yeah. As long as they can keep it going and keep it.
And keep the same guy, I hope.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I hope it's definitely the same actor if they're gonna do a Man of Steel.
They can't do a Batman.
Batman, they need to bring back Christian Bale. I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
that's my favorite Batman.
Yeah. It was better than fucking whatever the other dudes were.
Yeah.
Like some
Oh, you
fucking-
don't like Patters?
No, I don't like them.
I never
he was,
seen
he
it.
was so bad at Batman. Like, no.
I've yet to see this movie.
I'm
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
'cause
scary
no
part
one
of
wants to
the
see it
fact.
because like
Honestly, it would be so cool if they just dropped everything else and just went with Batman Beyond when he did the vampire fucking sort of thing. Like,
yeah.
oh, his that's the one I want to see. The one that from like my childhood come to life
Yeah, he can fly and shit.
because it's not even Bruce Wayne. It'd be just another part of it carried on from someone else
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
from Batman Beyond.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. They sound like they do. I know they're doing it in Marvel. They bring in the young Avengers might be showing up, and they'll have the groups good because you got Iron Man's daughter, you got Thor's adopted daughter, I think, I guess now, and they're Hawkeye has his they're playing. So sooner or later you're going to get the Young Justice, and then the Marvel. But like when there's, I think that's why Marvel is kind of better than DC. At least they're keeping up with everybody, and they have plans for the future.
Well, on the other TV shows that are in development is also the Green Lantern Corps TV show. This is dangerous grounds for DC to step on because the last time they tried something with the Green Lantern movie,
They messed it up.
let's just say it was a little more than disappointing.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't waste my time not watching it.
He said no.
They had the right person for it, but like it was just a mess.
The last season of the Flash TV series is also scheduled to air in early 2023, which will end the show out with 13 episodes. The Batman 2 is supposed to be in development, so I think they're going to carry on with Robert Pattinson playing as the Batman for the second one.
I thought they were changing like to Ben Affleck or something.
This is why they
Ben
can't keep
Affleck
it.
was the original one, but
Yes. And
everybody kept on making memes and calling him Fat Man instead of Batman, which was funny as shit.
It's like at least he was in two of them, but then he would turn into a pattern.
And they said he was like trying to be like a growl voice instead of like an actual Batman. Hey, do you like that?
Yeah. He punched the shit out of Harley Quinn's face.
That was funny as shit.
No, I'm sorry, Harley, but that was funny. She said, "Ah!"
That's exactly how Batman would have done it too. And the last thing I have on DC's schedule is Constantine 2 is in development, and they're planning to star Keanu Reeves as Constantine.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was happy to hear about that.
The
So
last one was like what, 2005 or something?
He made
Yeah,
it, he
shit.
made it the same year as John Wick, the new one.
Fourth.
He tried for both of them and he played in both of them. They didn't think he was gonna be part of it. He's like, no, I want both.
whoa,
He said he ain't stopping.
Keanu's a beast.
He
Right.
is.
Yeah.
Fellas is
Yeah.
nothing.
No,
Uh-huh.
no, now you already started.
Oh, yeah, now you gotta finish it.
Is that Fellas' boyfriend?
Yeah.
Or
Or
Crush.
bunch of them.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
And The Rock, all that.
Yeah.
Oh boy. It's a scary thing to think about. Imagine The Rock walking in your house and just picking up your aunt and walking away where you go.
You know what? If he does that, I'm gonna need some money on that. Like, you can have her if you can give me this, and I can have like 10 years of successful money in a house.
I mean, he might
Yes.
give you a rock bottom instead, though.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what you
But
think.
either that way, you're gonna be honored. He's gonna just rock bottom you through the coffee table.
No, he's rock bottoming him because Justin thinks he can take him.
You think you could take the Rock?
That's right. He's like, I'm not scared of the Rock. I'm like,
All right, well, that's a challenge for Dwayne Johnson. If you want to fight our guy Justin here, he's gonna wrestle you in a regular match, and he thinks he can take you.
it'd be nice. It'd be nice for you to accept that, Dwayne. I know you don't accept, invitations, but that'd be cool either way. Then we can meet you too, man.
Yeah, but I
no
think that
worries.
would be funny, Justin versus The Rock.
Yeah, you can rock bottom.
He's gonna try to jump off the top of a garage, and he's just gonna get put through a fucking table.
No,
Spine buster him and then people's elbow.
Yeah.
Oh no, that would be. I'm sorry, I would have to laugh at that.
Real.
He said, "What's your name?" It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
I know that line. They're not gonna fall for that.
He's still gonna get you anyways.
Yeah.
Or he's just gonna stare at you till you say it.
You'd have to get him to sign the copy of the cover he's on.
Yeah.
Yeah. We gotta keep that recording of you.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to close out segment 1 and then be opening up with segment 2 shortly here. So thank you for everybody that's tuned into segment 1 so far. We'll be seeing you real soon.
Hello again. Welcome back to Weekly Dose of Chaos, Part 2, Episode 13. We got Tony. You got some titles to talk about, and
Yeah. I got the first one. It's a new game on a Nintendo Switch. It's a remake. It's called The House of the Dead. $40. So it's like a complete remake of the original, the iconic shooter game released back in arcade in 1996. 2-player multiplayer. The action never stops, and hard creatures you unlock learn more of their weaknesses. Well known of your arcade classic with the modern graphics and controls, including gory aiming. Should be the original gameplay with the multiple endings.
Oh, great! You get to die multiple ways.
Yeah.
So you get it right.
so it's different ways. So it's not the story. It goes different directions. So you don't know where you go. You might be getting every time you go through that. Might get more.
They've been making games a lot like that.
I don't think I've been more angrier than any game in the world. Than what the fuck was that one game where you can pick up anything, you can chainsaw? Remember that dude in the bathroom? I forgot what the heck that game was called. But that game made me so mad.
I don't know. I forgot though. It was on a boat. That boat one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's called The Darkest Hours or something.
Yes. That shit was bullshit.
So Isaac, what did you think about this topic? Do you have
Well, the trailer.
Have you ever played it?
Not ever played it before, but what I seen on the trailer, that was pretty interesting. Kind of brought me back to like old games like for 64 how you
Yes.
graphics and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I play it.
What do you guys thought of the trailer?
I think it directly correlates with what I remember playing the arcade game when I was younger. And I think it's like exact replica of it, so I think it's going to be interesting, especially for them to bring it to a console now and you to be able to play it with anywhere without having to pay 50 cents.
Wow.
Yeah, true.
Do you think the graphics be a little better now?
Yeah, at least a little bit.
You think they're trying to keep the same style as the arcade though?
Yeah.
They are.
They should have 2 like fake guns you can hook up to your Switch and like do it that way.
Yeah. They're also doing it now. They also released it on phones too.
Of course.
Nobly play House of the Dead and die and scream.
We're in class. We're in class.
You're
You're just a kid playing that game.
Hey, then I get to do what I do: run to the windshield, just jump and get smacked into a windshield.
drop kick through.
I don't know how that's gonna feel, but shit.
Hopefully.
Fuck it.
Fuck it, try it.
I've been down for this for a long time.
Encouraging bad behavior. That's what this does.
I've already practiced the part in the Taylor Lautner movie, I think Abandoned, I think it was called, and where he's riding on the back of the foot of the thing, he breaks and he flips off the thing, he land on you. Yeah. I've experienced that shit too. That hurts.
As for House of the Dead, though, that shit's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
Next topic, we'll talk about the Black Adam movie. It was originally already out, but we're gonna talk about it. We saw the trailer, so what do y'all thought of the trailer as you saw it?
Well, I know The Rock's actually been dreaming about this too since he was into wrestling. He was saying one day he will play back at Black Adam, that he is Black Adam. And look, he is Black Adam.
Yes.
Like he fulfilled one of his childhood dreams. So that's cool.
Yeah.
They said it took like, I guess, 15 years, like, cause they would just like decline him, but then he finally got a shot at it. So
Did he make it himself? Like, did he like?
well, like his company and then other directors with him.
Yeah.
But,
He was WWE's biggest hit of wrestling going to movies.
Mm-hmm.
and now his company signed a contract with the DC now.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, they're gonna go to
That's gonna
him.
be interesting then, because when they finally do Marvel versus DC, if he stays in it that long, that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we'll
but,
see how
but,
that-
but, but that time they need to bring DC to Marvel's level then, if he's gonna do that. Because right now, DC is not looking good.
Oh yeah.
Because
I think they're trying to come back with some of the stuffs at least. Like you got Joker 2 coming out.
yeah, but it depends if it all fits into the next Justice. There should be another one after that because they at the end of the other movie Justice League was racing his dark side at the end, so that must be the next villain, and they need better people because at least get some works for them because not a lot of them know these characters are out because they just drew them in when the first movie came out. The problem with this movie, like that was better off if they did right after Shazam, because then they can build up to the movie when they go together versus each other. Because like he could have been part of Justice League trying to stop him.
I know he said in an interview, that's what it was originally planned coming until like 21, but like with COVID and stuff, so
Yeah.
they just kept on pushing it more out. But Austin, what you thought about the trailer as you saw it?
For Black Adam.
Mhm.
I thought like his powers were well displayed as far as how he actually is.
Yeah.
And like being able to go through his entire backstory before they jumped right into Black Adam versus Shazam was like a really good idea.
Yeah.
But you also see a lot of other like DC characters involved in this movie, which really
Yes.
kind of
New
brings
one.
the universe together,
Yes.
and hopefully they stay consistent.
Yeah, but now they
Right.
need to do Green Martian because Martian came at the end of the movie, so you gotta give them backstory to him so people care about the Green Lantern because they didn't do a very good job the first on the Green Lantern, the Green Martian. They never brought him to life, but like they don't want a Green Lantern situation.
So they may not know how to play that one. So it's best left alone anyway.
I'm excited for that Dr. Fate though. They picked a good guy with that.
Yeah, cause
He's a good actor.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's Doctor Strange of the DC.
Yeah.
That's the other one I was when I was doing the versus against each other. He was versing against Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange was so whoop his ass.
The fate is about they already know your fate.
Their
So-
fate is to get their ass whooped, so they should know that.
And his fate probably come true because you both kill each other.
Yeah.
I've been seeing this, so have I. Done.
It's like your fate's to get your ass whooped. Wham!
It depends. You need to have more steps because you know you're gonna get countered. You need to figure out that one move ahead of the other person.
Don't challenge me in that.
So what do you think about this? Isaac?
That's all I gotta say.
It was pretty interesting. I mean, for them to go down like that, I mean, that was pretty interesting to see. But
Yeah.
for the trailer, I mean, it's pretty. I agree for the most part.
Yeah. But it said Rock is the perfect person to play Black Adam.
Yeah, I never really like heard about Black Adam other than like in the games.
Yeah.
But like that's why he did it because he's like, oh, they forgot about him. We're gonna bring him to the big screen and
Yep.
stuff. So.
I mean, the dude has capability to face Superman.
Yes. So, but it depends. Yeah, at least if to keep the same guy from Justice League all the way through, not change like they did with Batman. Because now which one are we supposed to care about the Batman? If it's always changing all the time, so you can't get best Batman they had was the first one.
Hungry motherfucker. How the hell did, first of all, I want to know how we were all talking about subject. I was zoned out and we all managed to stop in here. You were there. He said, wait a minute.
I thought about cheesecake.
Oh shit.
Oh, fuck, why?
Yeah,
From where?
The Cheesecake Factory.
Don't do that to me. Hey, even if you do, those cheesecakes are pretty decent sizes, so we all gotta share some of it anyway.
Yeah.
Move back from Black Adam to the Cheesecake Factory.
Sorry, guys. Off
We're hungry
topic.
now.
But yes, the Black Adam, I know it has started Friday and all that, so I'm trying to stay away from certain internets that has to do with any of that because I'm not trying to have any spoiler alerts more than the trailers. They've been already hinting at more stuff that's happening. I don't want to see anymore because you're basically giving away the movie. So I might as well just wait.
But DC's got a lot of exciting projects, so it's kind of exciting to see how this does and if it rebounds them in the right direction. Which if it's got The Rock, I think it will.
Yeah, because the opening made like $67 million of the opening. So and I think like the reviews everyone's seen it, everyone's been what?
She's been what?
The uppercut? Keep it up.
No, go ahead. No, it's okay.
Yeah. Anyway, but no, then the reviews of everyone seeing it, like there was no negativity. Everyone was saying this was one of the best like DC they had for a long time, and then they picked The Rock as a good one to play it. A lot of his movies, none of his movies I've seen never disappointed me though. So.
No, he's always good.
Yeah. A lot of the characters he plays, he fits pretty well. So.
Most definitely.
Any other? Well, Smile.
Oh,
we
man.
recently seen this horror movie called Smile.
Have you guys ever gotten to see it yet or know
No,
anything about
I've
it?
never
I've seen the trailer.
I've heard about it, but I've never.
Let's just say, don't judge it by its trailer. Like, it was already creepy just seeing the trailer. Like, it's reminded me of a Truth or Dare, and that's exactly what we thought it was going to be. And it's actually a lot worse than Truth or Dare by a lot. Like, it is definitely very psychologically crazy. 'Cause a lot of people have jumped in that movie, like, several times.
More like 10.
Yeah, there's like a couple of loudmouths and all that stuff. Like, you're gonna die. And I'm like, shut up. Like,
Be like, sir, can you just let him die responsibly?
but like, no, like he becomes like ego.
So basically, only you can basically see it. Like no one else can see it, and basically you just see like if you have like a dead relative and it's just smiling at you, creepy, and it just basically follows you everywhere you go. And it's like you're one of your dead relatives.
That's fucked
You
up.
just see me staring at you like all the time. Like the expression will not change, and you see the person kill themselves in the most gruesome way possible too. And you're just staring at it, and now their suicide demon, he's basically some kind of demon, latches onto you, and now you suffer the same illusions, just separate ending.
So it was pretty-
Like, that's bad. It's that bad.
They said now kill yourself multiple times.
You'd have to see it multiple times and can't be high so you can feel it, because I had to suffer and not be high. So you get to do that, which is probably gonna be a little bit harder, or maybe you'll get attracted to the movie either way.
Nope.
This sounds like Truth and Dare.
Yeah.
It's scarier.
I know. It sounds like they got a plot off of they got it off the first one.
What about you, Justin?
Oh man, I found a game for Nintendo. It's called Star Wars Hunters. You play as 11 characters in it. There are 3 classes: Danger, Support, and Tank. They have a Wookiee lightsaber person in there.
Mhm.
They have robots with lightsabers. They got looks like one of the bounty hunters in there. There's a Sith Lord in it. It is a third person skill based competition area combat. You should did everyone see the trailer?
Yeah, we just looked over that not too long ago. So it's like almost like an Overwatch arena sort of thing.
Yes, and this is supposed to be between the Force Awakening to like between the back Return of the Star Wars, the Return of the Emperor or Empire, whatever. whichever one that was. It's between that area, but it's not canon, so they don't know if this is legit in that timeline.
Yeah.
But seems interesting.
It could just be like a multiplayer spin-off, but if it's involved in the story somehow, it should be made that way.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm waiting for the Force Unleashed 3, goddammit.
I did
I
one for
bet
that shit.
yes. We've
I'm
already-
tired of Star Wars fucking dicking around with all these other games. Give us what we want, the Force Unleashed.
Yeah.
I mean, they kind of got close to that with the Star Wars, like I forgot which one they did, but like it was him, and he was like, it was one of the newer ones that came out.
I'm trying to. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the name off the top of my head right now.
Wasn't the Fallen Order, wasn't it?
Yeah, the Fallen Order,
The Fallen Order. Yeah.
and they had it kind of based like that, but we just want the original character Star
Yes.
Killer back.
Yeah.
But then he died in the second one. And
No.
there's not just more clones.
No, because the original one is still alive, remember? Because the clone was the one running around, and you were playing as in the second one. The real one that got revived and brought back as like a Sith hunter is the one that kills you at the end.
Oh gosh. A Sith hunter.
Yeah.
Like that's a scary thought. Nobody hunts Siths.
Yeah,
It,
two people
apparently,
do it.
it hunts Sith lords, bounty hunters, and Jedi.
That's the master that I've been waiting for. Now make it a movie because I've been waiting for him to be reborn. He or she to be
Dog, he
reborn.
blew up part of the Death Star in the first one while it was under construction.
Yeah.
The very first Death Star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he deserves his props at this point.
Yeah.
It's disappointing that Star Wars kind of dropped that after the second one. Because there was still way more of a story to tell there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he said about that Sith, he turns like into a beast or something.
Yeah. But I don't think they're gonna do that because people are not the ones that control Star Wars now.
Yeah,
They
Disney.
get everything in
Wait,
it.
what was
And-
that scene for?
No, we were talking about Star Wars, and you told me a long time ago when like you read those books. There's a Sith that Luke's fight, but it turns into a beast.
Yeah, it was like a really thick one actually. It's like one of those big hardcover. It's a lot of pages, and it showed like all the Jedi's needed to be reborn. Like Anakin is born, all the Jedi's against this one Sith that apparently is like not even human, and he's like the leader of all the Siths. I just wish I finished that book to clarify what he could actually do in case they make a movie of him.
They're not gonna make a movie.
I
They
thought
just
that
did-
I've read it
For
pretty
actual
enough
writing.
how powerful he is.
It probably will have been after because now
Because he doesn't have to
since
be
they
that
brought
beast.
the
He could turn into his
the
human
new
form.
Star Wars in
Just
it.
imagine if they would have gotten rid of the Emperor and it would have been Darth Vader returning at episode 9. Everybody would have been like, yes!
Yes.
I was actually I thought I would have seen Anakin in that one, or one of the Jedi's were supposed to be seen in it.
They're supposed to,
In
but
that last part.
they're supposed to, but then they cut it out of the movie, I think.
It was just like the voices, you just hear them.
Yeah.
Like when she was on the floor, they were like, "Get up, you can get up."
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was about it.
Like I'm saying. So Isaac, any topics you want to talk about, or just
Well, I was talking about this earlier, but the Last of Us show, that's based off of the game. I saw that a few months ago, but I was just like, I had no idea that they were trying to even make a show about it. But I did watch the trailer a couple times now, and it seems pretty relative to the game. They, like Austin mentioned, they did the characters pretty accurate, but the idea that they got, I think it's pretty interesting, and I'm actually looking forward to watching that show because it seems like it'll go pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah, the way they have it laid out to be exactly like the game, and then having in the trailer, you see this van that has the word "help" like spray painted onto the front of like the metal barricade piece that looks like it runs people over. I was like, that's badass. And then in the trailer, you actually see one of the fucking creatures like on the other side of the glass while they're like trying to tell him to be quiet, and it looks pretty accurate.
Yeah.
So like it looks like it's gonna turn out so well. Like I feel like HBO Max is just gonna have a heyday off that, and they're gonna be able to easily get approved for another few episodes at least.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for Netflix then, because they're fighting against Netflix. Netflix right now they're behind and everything.
Well, I feel like you damn near have to have a subscription to every streaming service to get everything you want nowadays.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like HBO Max gets most of them, unless you get the VPN and stuff like that. Too, you can get Netflix from another state, country, and or other stuff from different countries, and then you get stuff that was locked for your country.
Yeah, but unfortunately, like I feel like that's even starting to die out now because like they're cracking down on all of that. But like definitely, there's something on every platform worth like getting it for now.
Yeah.
But I feel like The Last of Us is a great poll to actually make into a series because they can keep the story going even beyond the games and sort of spin off and do their own thing.
Mm-hmm.
And with Sony expanding its empires like that, there's no doubt for success. That's why they have so many outlets and everything else that go into everything they do. Just be able to build that revenue, and even in the movie industry, they're a powerhouse now. Rather than just gaming, they're just complete entertainment. So I feel like that's going to be a good start off to what they plan to do in the future. And who knows, they may even find even more games that they decide to make in a series like that. I mean, the possibilities are endless. They could even do something with God of War if they wanted to.
Right.
If it's on this, you can.
Yeah. You would imagine. Who do you think would even play a Kratos?
Tista.
I could actually see that though.
I can't. Probably a lot would disagree though, but I was thinking Tom Hardy, man,
Yeah.
because he played a beastie ass Venom.
Yeah.
Actually.
But he won't be able to because that's isn't that DC?
I don't know.
Could you
Venom.
imagine?
Because if
Bruce
he's doing Marvel,
Willis
they're
doing
not gonna
that?
let him go back and forth because not. They ain't go back and forth with. They can't go between back and forth with the same thing. Because that's why if you go in a Marvel, you stay in Marvel. But after the last of Guardians of the Galaxy, he can return his topic for Marvel. He might be going to DC, and he could be, or not. He's not in DC, right? Okay, I don't know what the Kratos is.
He's part of Sony.
Okay then.
Yeah.
John.
Time coming into DC going.
Just start fighting everybody.
And you find everybody. You'll be fight your celebrity.
They said I'm a god, and I'm a god of war.
Yeah.
uh,
I had something in my head and I lost it.
How about that new Chucky series?
yeah, the Chucky series.
I saw
Like you've seen all the ads where they said that Uber has made it so convenient to be a mass murdering doll now.
Yeah.
That was funny. I was like, wow. They're all on their cell phones too.
That was creepy with that. He
Yeah.
has so much power.
But now he can Uber.
I-
Which makes it that much worse. He said, I'll be there in 25 minutes.
You know what was wild was in that one scene where they're all on that truck and they're all Chuckies. And somehow I already knew the bald one was the real one. Because the way the other one, I thought one was, I was like, nah. Because his face changed and he talked how Chucky would have. I was like, Chucky's bald. And then when they're like, yeah, you're a bald motherfucker. That's what he heard is talked about his family. And I was like, yeah.
I feel like fucking Chucky is just
No,
like
no,
all
Chucky was
about
bald.
like being a shit talker.
No, Chucky
at
was
least.
in the front seat with the
He's
guy.
definitely real good at that. Breaking
Well,
your
that was
heart,
the
making
girl, I
you
thought.
mad as bitch.
No, it was
Make you mess up the plan you
but
thought
the
you had.
older one came after.
He messes up his own fucking plan too. He's like, I'm gonna kill
Because
you.
she
But
got her
first, I'm
head
gonna
shot
talk
off.
shit.
Yeah.
Get you mad enough to kick me across the fucking room and then get pissed to kill you.
Rest WWE. They had Chucky as the guest for Halloween Havoc.
Yeah.
For Halloween Havoc for Takeover.
Yeah, which as they were saying, I hope no one does this, but they're already banning about thinking people are gonna dress as Jeffrey Dahmer and stuff like that, and they don't. And the cops already said that if they catch anyone dressed in year, they will arrest them because with the movie coming out, they had a fear that it may or may not trigger people to do it.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know.
You know, show up to the theater. No, get out. That's enough publicity for you today. Go home. No, they should definitely be worried about that a little bit this year. But anyways, we're gonna kind of cut this one here because we got a lot to prepare for today. As me, Rico, and Justin are going to see Lovely the band tonight at the rave.
Yeah.
So we should be getting some good views there, and hopefully some good music and a good time.
Yeah.
But as for everybody who's tuning in, thank you again for tuning in to segment 13. Well, episode 13, not segment 13.
There you go. I got
It's
you
been a long
now.
day.
Alright, it's alright. We're gonna get out of here for the night, but thanks for everybody who tuned in, and we'll see you in the next one.
See you.